to change, then I think that it may have been a possibility just off the strength of him saying that. Because if it wasn't, then no, it's if I'm done with you, then I'm getting up and leaving and walking away. You know what I'm saying? Especially if this is for TV.
Nah,
It's gonna look even better on TV if I just nah, bitch, I don't want shit else to do with you, and I get up and walk away. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
he made his mind honestly, Vic.
He
I
did.
don't
He
think at
did.
that point was anything that she could have said that would have changed his mind, because I think he was having the sole purpose of that conversation was to let her know that he was done. He already had his mind made up. But I think what he was trying to do is let her get it off. So he gave her the window of opportunity just to say, I'm willing to, understand, but I ain't changing my mind. I think that was really where he was at, because even if he was willing to listen and understand where she was coming from, that's cool. But at the end of the day, you ain't changing the fact that I already see the pattern. You got a dirty house, you're sleeping. I called you, you were sleeping. Like I think he already saw enough red flags for him to be like, this ain't gonna work for me. But he
Yeah.
was just trying to be nice and let her get it off. But he was done.
Yeah, that house was enough to be done.
I gotta see it now. What
Yeah,
what season?
I gotta go back.
What season is this?
It's 7. I think it's episode 10.
Yeah,
It was
that
terrible.
bad?
yeah. A woman
It
with
wasn't
a
that
dirty
good.
house, man. That shit is that's the most unattractive thing
Nah.
ever. Like, you could be amazing at everything else, amazing in the bed, low body count, beautiful, can't cook, but if your house filthy,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap.
Some people are okay living like that. Some people are used to that growing up. Like I personally, I couldn't deal with it. I don't think I would have even sat down. I would have just been like, okay, well, we could just go somewhere and hang out. But
I don't even want to go nowhere with you if your house filthy like
that
that.
part too. But yeah,
Because
go back and watch.
now I gotta worry about how are you gonna conduct yourself when we go out in public. You know what I'm saying? If we go out to a nice restaurant, you gonna blow your nose in the napkin or whatever? Are you gonna you gonna drop a fork on the floor and try and pick it up and put it back on the table or something? You know what I'm saying?
You'll be surprised how people present themselves outside that live like that. You really would.
No, that's fair. I've encountered some women like that. They
I was
come
gonna
out.
say that
They
mostly
come out.
women.
Yeah, they come out the house. They all dialed up. They got the makeup, the eyelashes, the nice outfit.
Yeah.
And you walk in their crib, and it's like
disgusting.
Shorty, what you got going on here, man? I gotta let my cat out.
Yeah, I think that was the turnoff right there. I really do.
What happened to the days of when if the house wasn't right, you didn't even have people come over because you knew your house wasn't right in that moment? Like, I'm not having company. No, you can't. I remember like my daughter or my son might say, "Can such and such? Is the house clean?" That's the first thing I'm asking. If the house ain't clean, don't even ask, because you know nobody's coming over. That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah,
So,
but what's right to you? What's right to you might be different for somebody else.
And
I remember back in the days, man, when on Saturdays, my mom would play that Sade. I could stand Sade for the longest time, but I knew when that Sade was on, it's time. So we down there cleaning baseboards, ceiling fans, and I'm talking about that deep cleaning. I hated that shit, and it's I'm traumatized. And Sade's a beautiful singer, but I can't even listen without thinking about all the shit we had to clean and do on them Saturdays.
It's therapeutic. It's therapeutic.
That's
we
crazy.
live in a generation where we don't shame people anymore. I think if we went back to shaming motherfuckers, then hey, some people won't feel comfortable with having guests over while they got clothes all over the place, and you know,
I think she knew that he was coming too. Ain't no way you didn't know they was coming to your house.
Yes.
So you decided to be like this in front of all these people?
did
Mm-mm.
she at least
It's getting clean. If I'm
before?
meeting your parents, that house is going to be clean. I'm staying up all night. I don't care. That will not be your first impression. Period. It just
I
So
don't
wouldn't be.
care.
It's a thought process. You can't trust no chick like that knows that her man's family about to come over, and you don't make sure that you know what I'm saying. Like that's the common sense right there. Even if you naturally not like that, you don't even have
wait,
the common
so
sense to make your man look good when his family comes. You can't
wait,
trust
so
chicks like that.
his family came to the house and it was like that.
I think she invited him over to her house, her apartment, condo, whatever.
Right.
And he stayed, just to visit, hang out with her for a little while or whatever.
Did
The
she
other
let him
visit,
know? Did she let him know that the house was junky?
when he walked in,
So she didn't say beforehand.
I don't know. I have to go back, but that little
That's even worse. Like if you give
But
me the heads
still, he
up,
was talking about family being there when he was cooking, and she still didn't have the common sense to clean the dishes. Do something.
at the
She
at
just didn't have the common sense to even do that, to be a team player while his family was he
right,
was doing all he was doing. That's
right,
what I'm saying.
right.
Chicks like that, he made a good decision. Like that's an
common
early sign.
common sense ain't coming.
She can't even fake it. It's like, girl, you just should know that part at least. So I don't think she liked them because she definitely wasn't trying to.
That is
She was like,
I
whatever.
say being the devil's advocate, but because I don't want to advocate for the devil. What I guess the other question on the flip side is, do you think it was a good idea for her to do what she did so he could see what he was getting into, and for her to be like, I don't want to put up a front and pretend that I am this chick when I know that I'm not? Because that's what a lot of men say, that women, when they're dating or they meet them, they're doing all of these things that are not naturally who they are, what they do, and then after they get in a relationship, they flip the script.
She could tell him and not let him see it. He didn't have to walk into it.
So
This is not my norm. My house is usually not clean like this. I did this for you. I'm not letting no man walk into my dirty house.
I wouldn't, but I'm saying in this regard, she showed him who she truly is. So if he chose to be with her, he knew exactly what he was getting.